Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Academy of Fine Learning. This tutorial will learn about the conditional statements in Java. So those who are coming from C, C++ background or from any other programming languages they have learned, so they know about the conditional statements are if else ladder, switch statements, etc. The similar concepts are also there in Java, and those who are coming first time in Java without learning any other programming language, for them also it's not a big deal. They can also learn from this tutorial video very easily the conditional statements. So what is the objective of this video? After watching this video, what will you achieve? Definitely you'll achieve two objectives. The first objective is to you'll familiarize with the conditional statements in Java. You'll see that what are the conditional statements are there and how these conditional statements works, what are their syntax and how different conditions they have and all these things. Next thing is that you'll be executing Java programs on these topics. That is a practical based explanation with the programs will be provided in front of you while sharing the screen. And whatever the programs you'll execute in this particular class, the note will be provided to you in the description of this video or in the comment section as well. So let's start with this journey. So we'll see that we have this note will provide to you. So what do you mean by the conditional statements and what are the conditional statements are there? There are 5 conditional statements available in Java programming language. First is the if statement, next thing is the nested if statement, then if else statement, then if else if statement, and switch case statement. If you understand if and nested if statement, then you will understand all 4. And then you just need to know switch case statement. So we'll see one by one. First we'll go through with the if statement. Yes, that is the if statement is the most basic of all the control flow statement. First you should supposed to know the if statement. The if statement tells our program to execute a certain section of code only if a particular test evaluates to true. That is based on some condition, a particular block of a code will execute. How is that? Yes, we'll see it. Using this particular syntax it will work. So we'll write if, then we'll open the first bracket, then we'll provide some mathematical condition. Any condition we can provide basically. After that we'll close the first bracket and we'll open the curly bracket. Now whatever you will write within the opening curly bracket and this closing curly bracket, that will be executed. This is the statements, a single statement or multiple statements. This will be executed inside. We'll see a sample program. This is a sample program we have inside the main function. We have integer num is equals to 100. If number is less than 100, then we'll print value of number is num. You will see that if we write this, what will happen? Copy and we'll put to this particular space. See this now, integer num is equals to 100 and yes, and then we have this particular condition, if number is less than equals to 100 or not. As it is equals to 100, so this condition is true. If this condition is true, then only will go inside the body of this particular block. Yes, so a more bracket is required here. That's why it is showing error. The error part will go out. This is the opening if block. This is the closing if block. So this is known as the if block. Opening of this bracket to the end of this bracket is known as the if block. This executes this. Whatever you will write inside the if block will be executed only if this condition is true. If this condition is not true, then it will come out of this block. So directly it will come to line number 12. The program will jump from the line number 7 to line number 12 if the condition is not true. Yes, so we'll see this in this particular example, how the program is provided the output. So as this condition is true, then it should supposed to display a value of number is 100. Let's see. Yes, value of number is 100. But if it is fails, then what will happen? If number is less than 100, is the number less than 100? No, it's equals to 100. Yes, so if you'll execute it, it will give no output because the program's control has not got inside. If you write anything here, then it will be definitely printed. Let me check. Let me show. Yes, block. So program, as this condition is not true now, it will jump out of here. As simple as that. If the condition is true, that is number is equals to 100. Suppose this is the condition is true, correct? So here it will execute this part, then it will come out of the if block and print this part also. The value of number is 100 will be printed, and then outside if block will also be printed. Yes, so as simple as that. See, now we'll see about the nested if statement. So an if statement inside another statement. If the outer if condition is true, then the section of code under outer if condition would execute, and it goes to the inner if condition. If inner if condition is true, then the second of the section of code under inner if condition would execute. The syntax is very easy. If the first condition satisfies, then it will go to the statement execution. Then inside there another condition will be there. If that condition satisfies, it will go to the inside the block of the if statement which is there inside. So it is basically, in a simple word, let me tell you in a simple word, it's like a nested if statements. It means that one if is inside another if statement, and maybe another if statement will be inside another if statement. So it will be like a tree structure. The root if is there, inside there the next child of if statement, next there is another child of if statement, and so on. In this way, if the outer if is true, the condition is true, then it will get to the inner loop in the next level, and if the next level is true, then it will go to the next level. Otherwise it will jump out of the one particular level only, it will not go to the next level. Let me show you this simple concept using a program. If you get this program, then you got this concept. Let me show you. Hold a bit, guys. Yeah. So here also I think, let me check why this error is coming. So we'll see this is a particular if statement, correct? Inside there we are printing this system.out.println value of num is num. Now inside there is another if statement. Wow, first time you're seeing, correct? See this. Inside if state, that is if number is less than equals to 100. Yes, so it is less than equals to 100 now, because it is equals to 100. It will print this value of num is num. But if the number is greater than 50, okay, this 100 is greater than 50 also, so this line will also be printed. So value of num is 100, twice it will print. Yes, then we'll press this. Yes. Okay, word. This learn from me. See this. Now this is closing this statement, correct? Now this bracket is closing this public static void main. So another bracket should be there to complete the class. See this. Now the error has gone. Error will come here in this lines. Okay. If I remove this, it will come to this line here. The next line it is showing that. You have to understand from this particular, you have to, while using Eclipse, you should supposed to always check this left column for error. Now the error disappears as I have provided the correct number of closing curly brackets. Integer number is equals to 100. If number is less than equals to 100, system.out.println value of num is num. And this is also true. Num is greater than 50 because 100 is greater than 50. So this one will also execute. Now we'll see executing this program that is it displaying twice as we expected. Yes, it will display twice. Once for this true statement to be come out, and for this true statement to come out. The true if blocks are giving two results. So what if I give this result wrong? Let me give it less than that. So number is, if this condition matches, that is if the number is less than 50, but number is not less than 50, it is greater than 50, correct? So this if block will not execute. So after line number 8, it will jump to line number 13. So this if block will not execute. Rather, if I write something over here, then that will be printed. Let me write something over here after this inner block. Yes, we'll write. Outside second, correct? Hierarchy. Yes. Outside second if in hierarchy. So we'll see that. Yes, this is not printed now. This is ignored because this condition is not satisfied. It has come out of this particular if block. Yes, correct. You can similarly give inside there, if the number is 50, greater than 50 means it will print then. Now it will print. It will print this, and this, all three. Yes, so I hope that you are understanding how this flow of the control is happening here. So even we can provide another if inside there. If some condition, if number is equals to 100, that's also true. Number is equals to 100. We'll provide some curly bracket, opening bracket. We'll write something. This is the first if. This is the, okay, we'll put the same thing now. Why to change? Value of num is num. So it will print thrice. And this condition is true, so it will print this. Then it will go to the next line. It will evaluate this statement. Then it will find that there is another condition that is also true. So this three system order printer will be printed, and then it will come out. Even after coming out, this one will also be printed as usual. See this now. Value of num is 100, value of num is 100, value of num is 100. Thrice it is showing. And then outside second if in hierarchy. This is not the second if, now it has become third if. Third to hierarchy. Na? So this way you can understood that you can make the hierarchy of if statements. So this is the type of the if statement. Now we'll see the most widely used if statement, that is the if else statement. So in case of if else statement, what happens? If a condition is true, then the section of the code under if would execute. Otherwise, the section of the code under else will execute. So this is the basic syntax. If condition, then this statements will execute. Otherwise, that is if this is not true. Yes, if this if is not true, then if this condition doesn't satisfy us, then this else will execute. I'll give you a very small program example and you'll understand this. Definitely. Very interesting actually. Now we'll see this. Then num is equals to 100. If num is greater than 100, then value is greater than 100. And then you're coming out. Yes, that is the pure if, correct? Yes, it's not greater than 100, right? So it is not displaying anything. Now you can put here the else part. You can put here the else part. Yes, it's there in the code actually. It's there here in the next line. Yes, we are writing it something. I'm just typing here. That's it. So let right here. Whatever something will write. Otherwise you'll confuse while seeing the note. Value is less than 100. No. Value is less than 100 is printing. So which one will be printed? Which one will be printed? Number is not equals to 100, right? So this if statement will not execute. This condition is not satisfied. So it will not go to the body of the if. It will go to the else statement, and there it will print value is less than 100. So that will be printed in the output screen. Value is less than 100. Let me execute this. Less than 100. Yes, that is printed now. So this is the if else funda concept. That's if the if condition is not true, it will go to the else. This is the another type of the if else statement. Now we'll see if else if statement. That is, if the condition is true, then the statements will execute. Otherwise, else if, that we can have many else if actually. Otherwise, the second one will execute. Otherwise, the third one will execute. It will be keep on going till it ends in a else statement. So if I am good, otherwise I am average, otherwise I am not so good, otherwise I am very poor. Things can be executed in this way. There's multiple if is there, after that else. I'll show you with an example. See here. Look at this particular example. It's very interesting actually. This nice example. So integer marks is 76. Character is having a single character, it can hold this grade variable. So if marks is greater than 80, then we'll give the grade A. If the marks is greater than 70, then we can give the grade B. If the marks is greater than 60, we'll give the grade C. And else if the grade that is the marks is greater than 50, you can give the grade D. Otherwise, if all these conditions are not satisfying, then it will come to this else statement and give the grade F. This is one condition. If it holds A, if this holds then B, if this condition holds then C, if this condition holds then D, if no one, all these four conditions are not holding for any other random condition which is not holding for all these four conditions, then it will be grade F. 76 will come where? 76 will come here, correct? That na? Here. Grade display because marks is greater than 70, but is not greater than 80. So grade B will be displayed. So give me some value which is not satisfying any condition. It's not greater than 80, it is not greater than 70, it is all greater than equals to. It is neither greater than equals to 80, it is not greater than equals to 70, it is not greater than equals to 60, it is neither greater than equals to 50. So give some value 49. Okay, it doesn't hold this if statement condition, not this else statements condition. So it will go to the F. That is else. It will go to F. Now it will go to failed. F. Grade is equals to F. They are printing it over here for all these values after coming over here, because the grade is getting some value based on which particular block it executes. Yeah, so it's a if else if ladder, we say if else if. Yes, now we'll see the last conditional statement of Java which we'll learn today in this particular tutorial video, that is switch case. So what happens in case of switch case? The switch case statement in Java is the multi-branch statement. We use this in Java when we have multiple options to select. Yes, as you can see here, if I make it larger, see this now. Hope it's understandable. There is an expression. This expression will be evaluated based on case 1, case 2, case 3. If the case 1 matches, then statements will execute for case 1. If it is not matching case 1, then it will go to the case 2. Then case 2 will check, and if the case 2 is matched, then the statements will be executed. If it is not matching to any of the cases, then it will go to default. And then some statements will be executed. Yes, we'll go to this very attractive conditional statement. It's also used in many cases. This is having this basic syntax. So we'll start with the expression case value 1, case value 2, case value 3. It will go keep on till the default will come. If none of the case is matching, this expression is evaluated, and based on that the cases will come. If the cases are not matching, then it will go to the default and things will be executed over here. Sample program switch case without break statement will be generated. Public class switch case program. Now this particular program I'll execute. I'll show it to you. I'll explain over there. That's better. I'll copy. I'll execute here. Then I'll explain. Yes, I'll execute over. How integer? How this works? Let's start. Integer number is equals to 200. So now switch number. Number is 200. It's okay. It's getting the number. There is this value 200. So it will check that for this switch case will be evaluated. This statement is also known as the switch case default. This conditional statement is also known as the switch case default because these three keywords are very much at the heart of this conditional statement. The switch is checking with the value. Which value? The value is what? Num. What's the num? 200. So the first case 100. No, case 100 it will not match. Correct, na? Yes. So value of the case 1 is num. It will not display. This num will be cross verified with the case values. Now this case 200. Yes, it's matching. So after that this semicolon is there, na? After this, after each case we have this colon. So these colons next values will be executed. So the value of case 2 is number 2. This will be executed because the case is matching. So this will be executed. And the case is matching over there. Yes. And default will execute at any cost. Default will execute at any chance. Your default is 200. If you don't want to execute the default part, if the cases matches, for that also we have some way. So I hope that basically you understood, right? Integer num is equals to 200. The number is evaluated. Then based on this num, the cases are matched. So this num is checked over here. Then it is not matching. But it's checked over here and it's matching. Then this will be printed. The default will come and this thing is printed over here. Yes. Now you can put over here break. Is the another advantage here using break. I'll show you. What's the advantage? I'll show you. Let me prove the break first. Yes, we'll see that. I'll execute now. You have to tell me. You have to think that what's the difference and point it out. Here now the value of case 2 is given just a single time. So case 200 is executing. After that we don't let that the other switch statements or case statements and default to execute. We don't want that. If it is matches, let it be. You don't want to execute other things. So make a break to this particular condition. So these conditional statements will be broken whenever this condition is matched. So 100 is checking that, so it is not getting inside. Line number 8 is not executed by the compiler. Line number 8 and 9 is not executed by the compiler because this in the line 7, this case is not matching with the value. This case is not satisfied, correct? So it will go to the line number 10 next. Java control will jump from line number 7 to line number 10. In the line number 10, it will check and it will, yes, it will see that it's satisfying the condition. It will go to the line number 11 and 12. Line number 11, it will print the value and then it will break from there. So it will not come to this default part. So it is displaying the values just single time. And as you have seen the last time what you have seen that there was no break statement. So the thing is coming twice. So that's the benefit of giving break. It will make your program execute fast and do the specific job which you wanted. So this entire thing is there with this program. See, this break is also shown over here. What's the benefit of break is shown over here. This particular note also I'll give it to you. I'll give it into the description of this video and in the comment section also if someone wants and if you have some other doubt, some other knowledge if you want to gain, please comment into the comment section and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.